Wrathful Hearts, most importantly the Barber. If you guys are interested in figuring out how to get the Barber in the most efficient way possible, stick around for the video, as that is what I will be talking about. I've seen a lot of comments where you guys actually saying you still have not received a Barber yet, or a Wrathful Heart for that matter. So let's talk about it in this video. Thing that you need to keep in mind, you need to be on at least World Tier 3. So if you are in World Tier 1 and 2, I don't believe you can see the Barber at all, so just keep that in mind. World Tier 3 and 4 is where you will start seeing the Barber. The best place to get it is honestly just going to the Ravening Pit, as you can see in the background. Literally run through like a little loop. There's a guaranteed 3 elites that can be, or they will be, malignant enemies. Obviously they have the chance of being a Wrathful malignant enemy. Any malignant enemy you do come across has a small chance of being a Wrathful. There is 4 different types. What is it? Brutal, Vicious, Wrathful, and Malignant, I believe, is there different types. Obviously, so it will pick out one of those 4 to be. We're only going to really be hunting the Wrathful ones. So the most efficient way to do it is just come into the dungeon, run straight through. You find the 2 with the skull marker, because it will be the objective to actually unlock the next part of the dungeon. There'll always be those 2, and if they're not Wrathful, just ignore them, keep running through the dungeon, look for the other one. It will usually be in a group of 3 elites, and then one of those 3 elites will be a malignant enemy. Obviously they can be a Wrathful. Easy way to tell is to look at the chat in the bottom left corner. You'll see there will be Wrathful, Vicious, Malignant, or Brutal. Or you can also just hover over the enemy in front of you, so you can actually see their affixes, like Cold Enchanted. And then the Malignant one will always be the first affix on the enemy. So if it doesn't show Wrathful straight away, just ignore it, keep running through the dungeon. And then sometimes there is a chance of a 4th Malignant enemy also showing up in here, a Malignant Elite. But usually just find the guaranteed 2 and the other one with the other little bit elite back. If you don't find any Wrathful, you just hide in a little corner, kill any enemies on you, leave the dungeon, teleport out, and then you reset, you jump straight back in and you do it again. I did manage to get a Wrathful Heart about every 15 to 20 minutes doing this, because you do run through really fast. I'll say about 10 to 15 runs just really fast through there, and you should get yourself a Wrathful Heart. I did this for about 40 minutes and I ended up with 2. And the first one I got within like the first 3 runs, and then the next one I only got like 15 or 20 runs later, so it is completely RNG based. Another thing you could do while you are there is you could run through after you've beaten the 2 elites, you've unlocked the gate, you killed the one in the middle. That one, by the way, does have a chance to be a Wrathful as well. It can be any single one of the Wrathful enemies. You go through and you kill Varshan, the Echo of Varshan, the new uber, not so uber boss. He is level 80. He does drop usually around 2 caged hearts as well. They do have a chance of being Wrathful. But then he also does drop 800 item power loot, sacred and ancestral, but they're literally the same as they're all 800 item level. So it's a really good way of farming some gear for yourself. Maybe even an alt if you want to transfer it over, as there is the new level cap of sacred being 60. It can't go higher than 60. And then ancestral can't go higher than 80 on the level cap. So just keep that all in mind. You could go through there and farm it up. And then another little thing is the urn. If you guys pursue, you come to your urn of your seasonal blessings, you can get the urn of malignance to increase the chance of powerful malignant hearts to drop. Hearts drop after completing campaign. I did put these all in there. So the first time I went through the couple of dungeons, I think I did about 4. And then I got myself a Wrathful Heart before putting in the urn. Then I put in the urn, and then it took me like 15 or 20 after that to find another one. So I don't really know if it helps all that much. But hey, it says there's a 50% chance for getting more powerful ones. I don't know if that actually means a Wrathful one or just a higher item power one. I believe it's probably a higher item power one, as increasing the Wrathful is probably not going to be as easy as just putting it in the urn over there. But you might as well put it in if you are farming for your Wrathful Heart there, as you will be coming across a couple of other hearts. You can dismantle them. They'll be higher item levels, so they'll have more armor, and I'll probably increase the affix as well on them. So just keep that in mind. Little thing there on the urn. But other than that, really, there's no secret to this. You just gotta grind it out. Just keep in mind, every time you go into the pit, there's going to be 3 guaranteed enemies, right? And then there is a 1 in 4 chance that each of those enemies will be a Wrathful. I mean, like completely separate. So you come up to the first enemy, 1 in 4 chance he's going to be a Wrathful. And then you kill him. If he is a Wrathful, so that 4 rolled good, so it's 25% chance he's Wrathful. And then it's another 1 in 4 chance that that enemy is going to be the Wrathful Heart, the Barber, because there's always going to be 4 Wrathful Hearts that can drop for your class. It'll be your class guaranteed one, and then the 3 general ones that are for all classes, and the Barber falls into that general one. So it's a really small chance. It's like 4, and then obviously one of those enemies being, so it's like, if anyone's good at maths, maybe you guys can figure it out and chuck it down below in the comments. It'll be cool to see your actual chance at getting it. So it's a small chance, but it definitely exists. I have gotten so many Barbers. I actually just start dismantling them now, as I have like a really good one, and I have a few saved up for my ults. But that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys get some luck and get yourself a Barber. Please drop a like and a sub to the channel if this video helped you out. Helps me out so much, and I'll catch you beautiful people in the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying.